In what could only be described as a royal snub, Canadian authorities have decisively rejected Prince Harry's request for a luxury home in British Columbia ahead of the 2025 Invictus Games. This rejection, seen by many as a direct critique of the Duke and Duchess of Sussex's perceived entitlement, has once again put Meghan Markle under the microscope for her role in what critics argue is an overreach of royal privilege. Meghan, often portrayed as the strategic mind behind the couple's public image, now faces fresh scrutiny for allegedly pushing for a level of royal treatment that seems out of touch with both Canadian sentiment and the ethos of the Invictus Games. The timing of this request couldn't have been worse, coming on the heels of another recent controversy where Prince Harry was denied the use of his princely title at the 2025 Grammy Awards by none other than Ringo Starr. This pattern of demanding special accommodations has fueled a narrative that Meghan Markle is orchestrating these moves as part of a broader strategy to maintain an elite lifestyle under the guise of royal obligations. The Invictus Games, founded by Harry to honor wounded veterans, are supposed to embody humility, resilience, and community spirit, values that starkly contrast with the couple's request for a high-end, taxpayer-funded residence. Critics argue that Meghan's influence has led Harry down a path where their actions, like this housing request, seem more about maintaining a luxurious lifestyle than serving the charity's mission. Reports suggest that the Canadian government was particularly irked by the notion that public funds should be used to house the Duke and Duchess, especially when they are not even full-time working royals anymore. This decision reflects a broader Canadian public sentiment, which has grown weary of the Sussex's use of their titles to secure special treatment, particularly after their move to Montecito, California, where they have enjoyed a life of celebrity rather than service. Adding to the controversy, this isn't the first time Canada has had to deal with the costs associated with the couple. In February 2024, Canada paid for additional police presence during their visit linked to the Invictus Games, a decision that contradicted earlier statements from the government about not funding their security post-Megxit. This flip-flop in policy has only inflamed public opinion, with many questioning why Canadian taxpayers should bear the cost of royal whims, especially when the couple has shown a preference for a life away from royal duties. The backlash has been swift and vocal, with social media platforms buzzing with comments about how out of touch the Sussexes appear. One user on X, formerly known as Twitter, remarked, "The Invictus Games are about service and sacrifice, not luxury homes for celebrities." This sentiment captures the essence of the growing public frustration with Meghan's reported orchestration of these demands. There's a perception that she, having come from Hollywood, might be attempting to blend the lines between royal dignity and celebrity extravagance, much to the chagrin of those who view the monarchy as a symbol of public service. Moreover, the rejection comes at a time when Prince Harry has been attempting to reconnect with his roots, with the Invictus Games being one of the few remaining links to his life as a royal. Yet, instead of focusing on the athletes and the Games' message of recovery and unity, the narrative has shifted towards the couple's personal accommodations. This has led to discussions about whether Meghan's influence has diluted the original intent behind Harry's charitable endeavors, turning them into platforms for personal gain rather than genuine altruism. The Canadian public's reaction has been echoed by various media outlets, with articles and editorials questioning the couple's motives. The controversy has also highlighted the differences between Harry's initial vision for the Invictus Games and how it's perceived now under the shadow of these ongoing demands for special treatment. The contrast between Prince Harry's military service and his current lifestyle choices, as influenced by Meghan, has become a focal point for critics who argue that the couple has lost sight of the Games' founding principles. The fallout from this rejection might prompt a re-evaluation of how the Sussexes engage with the public and manage their image. There's a growing call for them to return to the ethos of service that initially endeared many to them, especially given the Invictus Games' focus on veterans who have sacrificed much. If Meghan and Harry wish to maintain their public support and the goodwill associated with their charitable efforts, they might need to reconsider their approach to leveraging their royal status for personal comfort. In conclusion, the rejection of Prince Harry's luxury home request in Canada symbolizes a broader critique of the couple's post-royal life strategy. It's a reminder that while they might carry royal titles, the public's tolerance for what is seen as entitlement has its limits, especially when it conflicts with the ideals of the causes they champion. This incident, coupled with previous controversies, paints a picture of a Meghan Markle who might be pushing too hard in one direction, risking the very goodwill that their charity work depends upon.